Hello everyone! Happy New Year! How is it going? I hope it has started off right. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. For me, it started off with taking a nap, which is both good and maybe not. We'll see. Anyways, so I apologize for running a little bit late there. I maybe just woke up, so we'll see how that goes. Goodish nap. It was a goodish nap. Good to see you, Fizz. Hope you're doing good. Let's go ahead and swap over to the video game. Wow. Whoa. Wahoo. So, anyways, we're kind of quickly running out of things to do in Sable. Um, Basically, there's a couple more side quests we can finish up, including the fishing side quest. Although, I don't know that I will because, I'm not very good at fishing, but we'll see. Anywho, so, let's quickly take a look at... Oh shoot, the ring-shaped artifacts. I need to look up and see what those are, because I don't know where they start. Otherwise, there's two things we can... Or three things, sorry. There's the rings, there is the fishing, and then also we have to go back to the guard, or we have to meet up with the guard at Hakoka. So let's do that real quick. Well, I will load up and search. Oh no. Reading that that's unfortunate. So I read the quick thing to do. So first of all, there's a mysterious shrine that I completely missed, which is right there-ish. But also it says I have to wait a couple in-game days to get my rewards, so what would probably be the smart thing to do is check and see how many I have. What do they look like again? 5. So we're missing 1. Where do I think we're missing the 1 from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably the center one, although where is the ring? The zoom is not very helpful. It goes from like too small right to too big. That's very unfortunate. Thankfully, like, I know what they look like on the map, I think. Because if we go over here... Maybe? They look like that. Just a red splotch on the ground. Like a circular red splotch. So first of all, we'll mark that. There's not one in here, right? What's that, actually? Is it somewhere here? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's go do that first. If I can... If I've done it right. I may not have found the right thing. And if so, then we'll have to, Okay, no, that's right. Where is my bike? My precious. My bike. There it is. Oh yeah, that's right, and we've got the full, Spacefarers set going on. Good stuff. Alright, this looks like the start. Space bike, yeah. Look at it, it's so cool. we go. Time to get that last ring. And once we grab this, we'll head down to that ancient shrine, hand them all over, and then we'll finish up the rest of the stuff and get the space bike probably once we've finished everything else in the game. Except, of course, obviously the ending. I kind of assume the ending doesn't lock you out of finishing the game, or like doing the rest of the stuff in the game. Maybe it makes a save before you're done or something. That's... Here I was saying, like, oh yeah, I'm used to, actually, I'm used to mapping DualShock to Xbox buttons, and then I just press the lowest button because I'm playing with a... Nope. Because I'm playing with a DualShock right now. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the cross button, right? No, they mean the square button. Probably doesn't cut off the rest of the game. I hope so too. We're gonna do it last, like once we finish everything else, but I definitely do hope that it is, excuse me, that like you can always come back and like look at the rest of the thing if you finished it early. I know it's like technically against the nature of the story maybe, but on the other hand, getting the chance to explore stuff is always cool, so I hope that's the case. Nope, not this way. Shoot, okay. Don't lose your bike. Some things change. Some things stay the same. Like this constant reminder message that don't worry, don't lose your bike, don't do it. It'd be such a shame if you lost your bike. Despite the fact that I was writing it not like 1 second ago. Like, oh my goodness, guys, come on. What is up here? Wow, I thought I climbed that. Whoops. Okay, fine, we'll go around. I did make sure to... Suddenly, like, did I make sure to even calibrate myself? Did I? I don't think I did. There we go. That should be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know what's considered better or not. Where is this shrine? I hope I can access it from, like, the ground floor here. Hey, Iron Chef. Good to see you. It is, in fact, the Sable. It will probably be our last Sable stream. Once we finish handing everything over and deciding how we want to spend the rest of our life. Is this shrine down here? It could be. It definitely could be. This bike quest is so dumb. Oh no. Your marker looks correct? Okay. I'm just not sure how to get in there. Oh, there it is. Spooky secret cavern. Mysterious shrine. Oops, that's not the button. Every time I meet another machinist, my mind wanders back to Shizo. I wonder if she's hearing of my travels, though through whatever network connects their guild. I wonder if she's proud. I think of her now as I greet the stranger. Oh, I love meeting gliders. Come here, come here. What's your name? I approach and tell her I'm Sable. Sable. Sounds a lot like table. You get that a lot? Oh, constantly. I tell her I'm always getting called table. I knew it. My name's Fur, which people always think is fear. It sounds like peer, too. She looks thoughtful. I mean, I guess. Anyway, I didn't call you over to talk rhymes. I called you over to show you something you were going to love. I'm pretty deep into historical stuff. Ruins, old-timey ships, the old books, all the old monumentalist leftovers, you know? I nod. Well, recently I discovered a few monumentalist texts which point to some sort of synergistic structures positioned all across the world in different deserts. What do you mean synergistic? I mean that the text suggests that they're responsive. More than simply statues or slabs of rock or whatever the form, the text suggests that they record data or somehow interact with people. Just shuts you down when you try your own rhyme. Only one person's allowed to rhyme here, and it's not me. But I think it's something else, something way more fun. I ask what she thinks they are. I think they're a game. See, we have this thing, everybody does, where we look to the past and we assume they were all work and no play. Because all we see, all that persists, is their labor, ships and logs and tools and things. But fun's ephemeral, jokes disappear, doodles get lost while art survives. So we lose it all, and we go on assuming they never had any. So if you've got the time and the inclination, Glider, I'd recommend you keep your eyes open for monumentalist architecture that seems suspicious or strange, and responsive somehow. I'd say a glider on a bike's the perfect person to test my theory, if you're up for it. Sounds fun. Good, thank you. I'll try to keep deciphering my records. Report back what you find, please. And if you sort out the game, I hope you enjoy it. I tell her I will. Great. Thanks, Table, and good luck. The ring-shaped artifact found like it would fit in this pedestal. Insert the ring. Spooky. And there we go, Pier. I solved it all. You're a lifesaver, Sable. That's all the inscriptions. The first two suggest they might be instructions to build something, I think, but the third part seems to be where all the good stuff is. I ask what she means by good stuff. The why and what of it all. Why are we building this, and what are we building? I suspect that this is a bit of a treasure hunt, and you're meant to make your own prize. In which case, part of the game is solving the third clue. So I think your work is done for now and mine begins. Give me a few days, Sable. I reckon I can crack this soon. I tell Fear I'm keen to see what she comes up with, and we say goodbye for now. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and carry on with the rest of our stuff. So since we're near our since we're near the Dune Sea, let's go ahead and try our best to do some more fishing. Because it would be neat to be able to get, oh god. It'd be nice to be able to get, some more fishing badges, because we haven't even started that one. I got that, like, right away, and basically haven't finished it, so that's a little embarrassing. Whoops. Fishing. Oh, shit. I forgot how the fishing in this game works for a second. A bellow guppy. We've already got that. What do I need to get? I need to get a pebble eye and a pillfish. Well, let's just wander around for a bit and see if we can't capture these on our own. And if after a little bit I'm unable to find anything, then we'll consult a guide or something. I'm not above doing that. I really like the way the guard mask looks. Even though I don't particularly think that I'm interested in being a guard for the rest of my life. They do have very cool looking masks. Now there's another bellow guppy. Alright. We'll try somewhere maybe further north. Buy a hint from each fish from the arbitorium guy? Okay. How much money do I have? Where's my cuts? 800. Okay, I guess we could look. As long as the hints aren't, like, super expensive. At this point, the only thing we haven't done is, like, with cuts is buy the rest of... There's, like, a couple clothing sets we haven't bought, or, like, bark parts, but... we'll see. Catching fish, you have to watch them. You learn how they move. You learn what they want, how they live, how to outthink them. I ask if fish are really that clever. That's not asking a fish if you're really that clever. Ooh, imagine a talking fish. Don't have to. Fish do talk, just not with words. They talk in movements and reactions, and thus must be observed. I tell Yoshi I'd really like to do more observation, but I did sort of mean a more conventional means of learning. I hear the air leave his nostrils, a breathy laugh. You know what's so funny? You remind me of somebody, which I'm sure you get quite a lot given your hole. He gestures to me and I wait. What is he going to say? Given my what? You know, thing. Anyhow, you remind me of an old student of mine, Cassie. He laughs. Poor girl couldn't catch a fish to save her life, but the passion, she loved them. Just because she was so keen, I kept her on long enough to give her a course in fishing, and even took her on a trip to try and catch butterflies, see if it might be easier. Was it? No, but I saw she had a real knack for research. That was what she really liked, and I told her, just do that. Last I heard, she was working on getting something set up in the wash. Research center or something. Good for her, I say. He nods. Proud. You ever see her in your travels, tell her that Yoshi says hello. In the wash. Which section is the wash again? You or you? Oh dear. Wash is southeast? Okay, that makes sense. Let's try fishing here. can't launch it straight into a plant. It doesn't work like that. That's the wrong button. That's a very lame cast. Alright, here we go. Time for more fishing. Oh, another bellow guppy. Bellow guppy from below. It seems like that's all we're catching right now. Which is very unfortunate. Guess I could try fishing. Oops. Guess I could try fishing away from plants to see if that gives me anything. I just remember the fishermen talking about, excuse me, how they like to be near plants, but maybe there are different kinds of fish. Hey, look at that. A dopey dart. That was not one of the ones we need to catch, but a victory all the same. I'm trying to think if I've seen that research station or not. Actually, what's this? I don't know that I've been up there at all. I think I've been there. I could check Marrowbone Station, too. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's catch a fish. That's another dopey dart. That's not what I want. Let's try over here. Another dopey dart. Well, darn. Not having much luck at all. Well, let's go into the wash, and let's go to the town first, just to make sure that they're not at the town, and then if they aren't, then let's investigate that thing over in the corner. Because that could be it as well. And as we drive along, I'm kind of deciding, like, what is the thing that represents us most? What profession? And, like, obviously Scavenger is, like, the easiest choice because... Or Scrappers, sorry. Because, they go treasure hunting, and, I mean, it's right there in the name. But there are other things, too. Like, I mean, Entertainer. That's always good. The Machinist, too. Fixing all kinds of bikes and stuff. Climber, always kind of fun. Although I'm not exactly sure what they do. I guess they must climb and scout things. And there's the cartographers who map everything. Oh. Don't lose your bike. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. Okay, that was a little weird. I lost my Sable. Oh no. The game, like, crashing? Is it struggling to keep up? Better not be. I don't have a bunch of stuff running. Don't you dare, like, crash on me. Okay. I've clicked a couple things. Like the Steam window and whatnot, so hopefully that fixes whatever that was. In all my time playing this game, I've never seen that happen before. The herder seems to be somewhat agitated. What's the matter? I'm completely doomed. Not a single one left. All of my camels have gone. I knew I should never have left the clan. They were right. I am completely useless. I extricate myself from the poor situation. Poor guy. Lily, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Oh yeah, you're right. You're playing some more Pokemon Gold, Silver, Nuzlocke. How was it? Did people die? Did Pokemon die? Are they all safe and sound? But thank you so much for the raid. My name is Stroka, the Magpie Treasure Hunting VTuber. And today we're going to be finishing up Sable. A game all about exploring and getting treasure. What have I done? Oh dear, okay. I don't think they're up here then. They must be somewhere else. One is dead now, yeah? Oh no! My clan has always been in the wash. We rarely venture beyond its borders. They say the chalk mounds were once bones of dead creatures, killed by the fall of the whale and left to erode over time. It's a bit creepy to think about, but the thing that really gives me the spooks is that petrified forest. You can hardly see your hands in front of your face there. The thing is, we're just trying to find a researcher so that we can properly learn about fish. And I have no idea where they are. So we're just exploring a couple different places. They might be up in the far north of the area. Who's that at the top of the tower? There's a statue up here. I'm not gonna make that. It also doesn't look like there's anything up there, that's just a statue. I don't think I can climb up this. Sable's not super good with overhangs. No, not happening. Darn. It's supposed to be a hint towards Ethor? Okay. That makes sense. Oh, there's my bike. I had almost lost it. Even after the instructions told me not to. Don't lose your bike. I almost did. Thank you so much for reminding me. Whoa. That was sudden. So, what the heck is up with this spooky place? I'm pretty sure we haven't been here yet. Because there's an unopened treasure chest here. With some money. I can't climb that, right? No. I mean, I guess you never picked it up. Oh. Huh. That's weird. I thought I was pretty thorough about picking stuff up, but maybe not. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess that means Cassie's not here. Guess I'll take this opportunity to steal some butterflies, though. We've got to get up there. Which might prove to be a little bit of a challenge. I don't think I can just overhang from here. Guessing Sable's gonna have trouble. Yeah. That's okay, we'll find a different way up. There we go. And now that's open. Nothing under there. Just make sure to steal a butterfly. Alright, let's see what's in here. Well, this is certainly the most tricky ship we've come across. Let's go ahead and rest right here. Oh, there's a battery. Anything else in here? Nothing down there, and nothing up there. Okay, well, looks like our path is pretty clear then. Treasure on the left and battery on the right. Anything in here, though? No. I don't think there's a battery thing in here. There we go. Time to see what's in the other half of this ship. Wow. What awaits us inside? Oh, the Atomic Priesthood torso. Very cool. Worn by the enigmatic Atomic Priesthood, beaten into shape from old ship parts, and decorated with cloaks that represent different rankings within the priesthood. Cool. Well, I guess we might as well keep exploring around. Sorry, Simone. Okay. I guess I could go back to the cartographer. Maybe there was something there I missed. If anyone would know where the research station is, it's definitely the cartographer. No, nothing here. I don't know. Well, let's do those other quests right now. Let's see what the guard wants over in Hakooka. Well, look who it is. What are the chances? You look well, friend. Friend! I affect a casual air, and she cannot see me grin as I ask how she's found herself here. Well, I plan to go into Hakoa properly, but as much as I have faith in these old bones to hold me, I didn't fancy roaming in the waste for too long. Shame, though. I was hoping to grab a few glowing mushrooms. If you can pass the sulfurous pools, they make for quite a snack. I tell her I've never known them to be edible. I'd seen them among some Driss supplies once, and he told me they were poisonous and never to touch them. Oh, they're very much edible. Found that out one very entertaining evening in Ekria. Let's say there's a case to be made that this is my third gliding, if I count the night I had as my second. She laughs at the memories, and I cheekily reevaluate several things about Driss. You've done enough for me, of course, but if you do happen upon any of those fungi-luminescent little fellows, I'd love a few. They tend to grow in a cave at the sulfur pools far south of here. How many would you like? 5 mushrooms. I can do that. I know quick traveling around probably doesn't speed up the passage of time. I should probably pay attention and see if it is actually like a different time of day. It is currently midnight. Battery acid. What the sound of those worms? Spooky. I don't know what's happening. Let's just get the mushrooms and get out. Bloop bloop, mushrooms obtained. We did. I wonder if these ones recharge your batteries. Since they glow and all, right? That's the mark of anything that recharges your batteries. Naked Snake told me so. Oh shoot, ow. Don't drink and drive. I feel like the game is like really thrashing today. Let's maybe reset the game once we get to the station. I'm a little worried. Oh. Guys, I think we lost our bike. Okay, alright, that's time for a save and a restart. Don't know what's happening, but I'm not a fan of it. I wonder if it's because I like quick traveled everywhere. Which is very possible, because like I haven't been doing that before. Did it crash? No, it was just running really like slowly. Like really, really jankly, so I was like, well, probably time for a reset, just in case. It did, however, at one point, I think right before you came in, like completely lose all detail on the textures and like freeze me in place until I jumped off my bike. That was really weird. There we go. This looks much better. Uh-oh. There we go. Where's the ramp? There it is. When I return, Elizabeth is sharpening a knife with a carved hilt and humming a tune that seems at once new and familiar. The sound of her voice is calming then, but booms a welcome. She returns! Triumphant, I bet. I confirm as much with a handful of mushrooms, and she raises them to her face to smell. As she inhales, I look at the worn edges of her mask. The sun-bleached brow, the wear and tear of age, discuss befitting a fettering guard. I remember that before all this, she has seen combat, danger, adventure. There is a deep and crooked line along the cheek where she must have put it back together after a break. And I wonder at what or who did the damage. I bet that they thought that they had won, that she was beaten, but then they saw Elizabeth's grin laid bare, bloody and perilous. She tucks the mushrooms away and draws out a third badge. One more token of my friendship. And a little boost, too, should you ever decide to become a guard, like me. I'm not sure it's right for me. It might not be, and you won't hear any pressure from me either way. For what it's worth, I think you'd be good at it. You've got a keen eye, a helpful demeanor, and enough patience to listen to this old bird squawk away for ages. The rest you can learn. And I'd be happy to teach you. I thank her, and tell her that I will think on it. Don't think too hard. I know it feels like whatever you choose is yours forever, but it is one of many choices you're going to make, and not even the biggest. This gliding you're on, it's only your first. There's plenty more life to live. I ask her where she is headed next. She laughs. Into these mushrooms first. And then, who knows, wherever I am moved to go. But I'm sure I'll see you there. I bow to Elizabeth and say goodbye for now. I'll see you soon, I hope. Be well, Sable. She is so tall, she is. It's like almost twice the height of Sable here. Then again, Sable is a kid, so... Like, I'm assuming Sable is like a teenager of some sort. Whoops. Okay. Why am I still able to ask people about Ilthor? We already solved that. Hmm. Where could this research station be? You know what, let me just go quickly look it up, because it's probably somewhere obvious, and I just don't know where it is. 1 second. Turns out the fanon wiki is terrible. So that's good. Anyway. I did track down the, So apparently, one of the things we need is here, and then the other thing we need is here-ish, I believe. did not no one seems to mention where the research station is. Or if they do, they don't mention it by name. Which is unfortunate. Or they don't mark it on the map. Which is definitely unfortunate, because I have no idea where it is. What was my blue marker again? Oh. We'll get that out of the way. There's the Bridge of the Betrayed. Look at that. How long have you been sitting at 0? Is it actually my internet connection? No, it's not. Oh, no, it's back. Okay, alright, whatever. Okay. I thought it was just me. No, it was me. Unfortunately. Guess my internet dropped out for a second. Which is no good. Where am I? Alright, not much farther to go now. So, one of the fish we're looking for should be around here. Alright, let's give it a try. That's not what I'm looking for. That's a dopey dart. Those dopey darts are everywhere. Am I here? I'm here. Let's try a little bit further north. Alright, any better luck here? Or are there just no fish here at all? There we go. Whoops. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Starting to think that maybe fishing just isn't for me. not much of a fishing bird. There we go. That's not right. There we go. Extra big line for good luck. Oh, right away, too. I knew the extra big line was... No, it wasn't worth it at all. I changed my mind. I don't know. I think the fishing dream might be dead. Well, what else do we have going here? Just the ancient race. I know if I look at our badges... Did you get the hint? No, I couldn't look... I looked online to try and find where the research station was, but I couldn't find it. So I was just following a guide that someone had written. But, it does not seem to be helping me. Which is unfortunate, but... It's in Northwest Wash. The, research station, so just, like, somewhere around here, then. Okay. Well, give me 1 second to try and look and see if I can... I'll try one more time here, and then if I can't find the fish that I'm looking for, then we'll go see about the guide. Extra long line for good luck. Can't even see what I'm reeling in now. Oh, what? I pressed the button and for whatever reason it didn't take. That's a dopey dart. Well, that's no good. Alright. Let's close that. Let's, well, it's just not my quest. Let's go check in, see if our bike is ready. And if not, well, then we'll just come back later. Oh dear. But yeah, I think there's just a couple masks that we're missing. So let's see. We don't have a merchant's badge, and we don't have the beetle badge, and we don't have the fishing badge. None of these are, like, super important to me, personally. Sorry, Cat. If you want to see the... I mean, you've seen the beetle mask, because don't lose your bike. You've seen the beetle mask, because all the innkeepers wear it. It's the one that flutters very weirdly. Like it's still alive, which is... leads me to some... interesting observations about how beetles work in this world. The merchant's badge, because, like, I'm bad at buying high and selling low, and, Sunmin, are we missing anything? No? You sure? Alright. If you say so. Oh dear. Okay, that's interesting, which I guess makes sense. I guess, like, loading in new assets is centered around Sable, the player character. And for whatever reason, when Sable disappears, as we, like, drive further and further away, then eventually we reach a point where area hasn't loaded and the bike just stops. But jumping out teleports Sable to where the bike was. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but either way, very easy to fix, thankfully. No need to restart or anything, just get out of the bike and we're fine. We're good. We're Gucci. I'll be excited to start playing some new games in the new year. Of course, I'm always having trouble deciding like what I want to show off first, but one of them will probably be Resident Evil. And I thought about playing The Long Dark, especially when it was like super, super cold out. But I was in the middle of some other games, so I didn't. But I'm kind of tempted to play that and see how well I can do surviving winter. Probably not nearly as well as I think I could. That's why I stay inside, where it is warm. Where is Fear? Oh, there they are. Have the opportunity to use those? That's totally fair. It is nice to swaddle yourself in, like, big comfy sweaters and whatnot. I'm still working on this. Come back soon. Okay. Well, hopefully. Hopefully you're done before too much longer. What is that sound? That sound sets me on edge for some reason. Probably just because it comes out of nowhere. And it sounds like a status effect has just been applied to me or something. It's very spooky. Oh, now what's this? This looks like a research station. How did I miss this? It's even like right across from the spaceship too. Wow, that's embarrassing. Now how do I get in? I don't think that's how I get in. No, must have to get in at the top of the hill then. This is swanky. But I still don't know how to get in here. That makes a funny sound. Okay, no, but seriously, how do I get inside? What the heck? Where's... Where is the entrance? If it turns out I've, like, driven right past it and I didn't even notice, I'm gonna be very upset with myself. Must be small. They might be small enough to get into. Okay. Whoops, that's my marker. I'll take another drive around. Because I don't think it's on the top floor. Not there. What about here? Nope. Oh, wait. There we go. Next to this very obviously signposted entrance. Wow, now this is interesting. I say hello to Researcher Cassie. Welcome to the Great Vivarium. The person at the desk greets me with open arms, which they lower with some avian flourish. I feel very greeted. You're a glider, aren't you? What gave me away? The gate. Interesting. You like this place, I'm sure of it. They take a breath like they're not sure of it, and I let them speak. I'm Cassie, and I'm the proprietor of this vivarium. It's good to meet you. Sable. Sable, that's a great name. I'm Cassie. Or, I said that, didn't I? Sorry, forget that. Welcome to the vivarium, a home for animals small and smaller. From the sleekest fish to the most fragile butterfly, and everything in between, which is mostly plants and rocks. How to make sure family doesn't visit. The only way to be sure, trap yourself underground, in an underground bunker. Vivarium quality word, it is. I know, it needs a bit of work, but I'm new at this. It sounds like she smiles, if nervously. Wasn't long ago I finished my own gliding. Congratulations. I congratulate Cassie on finishing her gliding and creating such a lovely vivarium. It's a place that feels very happy. Cassie thanks me and then looks at me sincerely. If I can give you one piece of advice? When you think you're done thinking about what you want to do, think again. Because I was supposed to be an angler, and now here I am in a vivarium, researching all the fish I was too unskilled to catch. Wasn't much for butterflies either. Don't worry, I'm good at overthinking. Cassie crosses her arms and observes me for a moment, then seems to get an idea. You know, maybe this is getting ahead of myself, but I was thinking about this sort of thing. This collecting thing might be a good task for a glider. Because I've been thinking how the world's worst angler and butterfly catcher, me, can't really be continued on to fill this vivarium forever. I tell her I'm interested. Well, I mean, I don't have badges to give away, or a mask or anything, but what if we just did it for fun? Like, if you got some spare time and you feel like fishing, bring whatever you catch. Or you plug a butterfly out of the air. Perfect. I'll make a home for it. And then who knows, maybe someday it'll be a real glider task. That sounds good. Perfect. Then I guess onward, glider, to fish, and also to bugs. A classic glider phrase. And if you've got anything with you already, I'd be happy to take a look at that, too. And then some fish. I hand over the fish, and Cassie lights up. Thank you, Sable. Great stuff. I'll get them in the tanks. Yoshi says hello. I tell Cassie that Yoshi sends his regards. She lights up, and I really like to see it. Yoshi, oh no! She's laughing. Oh no, are you an apprentice of his? Or no, oh no. Did he tell you how terrible I was when he was trying to teach me? Oh yes. I tell Cassie that Yoshi did say that, but I ensure that my tone conveys his. Well, I'm glad he hasn't changed. Honestly, I'm pleased he says hello because it's not even that I thought he'd be disappointed even, just that he might forget. I shake my head and tell Cassie what Yoshi told me, and the compliments make her get smaller and smaller behind her hands, but I can tell that they fill her up with a particular joy. She shakes her head and flaps her hands when I tell her the worst of it. Yoshi is proud of her. Oh, I hate to hear that. She laughs. Or no, I don't. It's. I really. It's nice. It actually is really nice. I'm just. It's really nice. Ugh. Do you ever feel like it's hard to hear nice things about yourself? Always. Yes. Extremely. Oh, Sable. What a mood. Cassie nods and sighs, calmer than before. I'm glad you get it. And thanks, Sable. You really made my day. So I don't think we're gonna get this done. If I'd known about this earlier, I might have, worked on this. Hello, Bear Thighs. Sable's been really good. We finally found the vivarium at the very end of the game, so I don't have, any fish or butterflies to catch to give her, because I've been selling them all, because I'm like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do with these? She seems so nice. She really does. Do you know where I can catch fish? Generally, but I've got my old angler notes here. Be happy to trade for them if they're of interest. There's one thing I don't need. It's how to catch a clue on how to catch dopey darts. Let's sell these mushrooms. Oh, you're out of money. Damn. I guess research doesn't pay well, which makes sense. Dopey expert. Yeah. I'm an expert on being dopey. Great. Oh wait, are there individual biomes for each of the... No, there can't be individual biomes for each of the 6 regions, because there's not enough things, is there? Oh, maybe there is. Maybe there is. So I had to go into those no fish or butterflies as well. Oh. Oh, wait, there was another entrance this entire time. Okay, I don't know how I missed that one. Cool. Have a favorite mask? I think job-wise, the Scrapper mask, aesthetically, aesthetically, I don't know, the guard's mask is really nice. It's very functional and got that little bit of feather flare on it. And it's got like face wraps going on. It's very cool. But like, I have like no desire to be a guard. Also the entertainer mask. Very entertaining. Pebble eye and a pillfish. $30. Oh my god, my memory is like a way too large sieve. Pebble eye and pillfish. Where do the fishing notes get stored? There they are. Pillfish and pebble eye. I got the pebble eye. There's the pillfish. And now, time to get back some money. Enjoy the mushrooms. Okay. Persisting will pay off in fishing in areas full of cacti. Okay. Because of the friendship with the guard we met. Yeah, like they definitely do a really good job at like the one guard you see all the time is like really nice and has a nice message. All the other guards are just kind of whatever to me. Let's see here. Does the vivarium not get... No, it does get marked. Okay, good. Eastern Dunes. Let's go there. Again, I don't know what that sound is, but it is. And it calls it common. Yeah, it's like... It's... Like, gee, you really had trouble finding this? Like, they're everywhere. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I had problems catching it. I don't know. Does that make me a bad collector? Maybe. The game just does it sometimes. Freak me out at first. It's a little weird. Cause I never figured out what causes it. I guess it's just part of the ambiance. Like there's nothing really special about it, but I don't like it when things just make sound. Don't lose your bike. I don't like it when things make sounds at me. Without any kind of like rhyme or reason. Maybe finally time to turn off tutorial hints. Wherever that lives. Maybe it doesn't live anywhere. Maybe I'm just forever cursed by that one tooltip that shows up all the friggin' time for no reason. Oh my goodness. If you say that you might forget to not forget your bike, you know what? That's very true. I might forget that, like, I have a bike and I just might start walking everywhere because my brain is made of that much jelly. God, I cannot imagine. Like, I would feel very, very bad for someone who actually just did not understand at all that, like, you can use, like, a call to get your bike back or something, and then just walk the entire game. Got to go, enjoy fishing, and good luck? Well, thank you so much, Bear. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Alright, this should be the place. Let's go ahead and weigh anchor here. Get my bike back. That's true. There's definitely times where it's like if you're too close to the bike tries to path to you instead of just teleporting to you, and it can be like really inconsistent. Speaking of inconsistent, what the fuck was that? Bellow Guppy, we meet again. Are we in the Eastern Dunes? Like, pretty much. I guess I could try closer to the mysterious object. Okay. It's time for... Wow, that was sudden shade. Suddenly shadows on the dunes. Good luck. Why? Can't believe I completed the whole fishing quest in Near Replicant, but I can't catch a single fish in this game. To be fair, there's only so many fishing spots in Near Replicant. Whereas this, it's like, just fish anywhere. Go for it. Oh my god. Goofy fish. Let's maybe go a little bit inward, I guess? I don't know. Let's fish in the shadow of this dune. Why not? Alright, new plan. Fuck fishing. Fuck it. What did it ever do for anybody else? Nothing, that's what I say. We're gonna go spend our money in frivolous ways. My home city fishing is the Sonic Frontiers. People said the Sonic Frontiers fishing is pretty good, which is good to hear. Personally, I've not really seen a lot of Sonic Frontiers footage. But my favorite one has to be the tweet where it was just like, the opening minutes of Sonic Frontiers are a lot like Death Stranding, and it's just Sonic running through this like rocky, kind of like wet-looking landscape that looks a lot like the beginning of Death Stranding, and it's like, you know what? I get it. And you get to do Monster Hunter meat cooking. Oh my god. It's so funny thinking about it, because like in the newer Monster Hunter games, I never cook meat. There's probably an entire generation of Monster Hunters who like got into the games in either Rise or World and like have never interacted, like wonder why you have a barbecue spit in your inventory. Besides YouTubers played Sonic Frontiers. I mean, I have like several friends who've played it, and they say that it's pretty decent. I've not played it personally just because I wasn't really in the mood for spending a bunch of money on a new game. But you played it and it's great? Okay. That's good. I wasn't actually sure for whatever reason. Or maybe I just forgot what we just talked about the last 2 seconds. Just get populated with stuff to do. That makes sense. I mean, it certainly didn't seem empty from every bit of footage I've seen. What are you doing? Nick Rouse in while you play. That's cool. I hope I can climb up to the place I'm going to via this way. I think the funniest cooking meat crossover thing I've ever seen has to be in Peace Walker, where you can get the secret Monster Hunter missions, and then you can like there's a really Sable. There's a barbecue pit in the Monster Hunter arena, and you can cook your rations, which I think provides a better bonus than eating regular rations, but I think I mostly survived off of like Doritos anyways. Or no, curry, that's right. Insane amount of content. It was really cool. Like I own both copy. Oh, I know why I own both versions. So I own the HD version on the PS3. Oh god, I own it on the 360 too. Right, because I bought the PS3 version so I could play co-op Peace Walker with somebody. And then I bought at a local like electronics store. They still had a Peace Walker PSP boxed. So I was like, and this was like, when would this have been? 2014 maybe? So I was like, I'll just snap that right up. I'll buy that. Now, how the hell am I gonna get up there? How did I do this last time? This place sucks. Too big. Too tall. Let's try this again, I guess. It was definitely really funny swapping between the HD version and the PSP version with the power of transfar. Goblin, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I really need to find a better way to do this. I'll try to carefully copy your name from the chat box. Hunter of goblins? You let a goblin hunter into your chat, Goblin? What the heck? How'd the Elden Ring go, though? I hope you had a lot of fun and explored many things and got much moss. But thank you so much for the raid. My name is Soroka, the Magpie treasure hunting VTuber, and today we're playing Sable. We're basically finishing up the game. And I decided that instead of fishing, because I'm really bad at fishing. We're going to go climb up to a tall peak to go talk to somebody. You ain't a goblin. But you're a hunter of goblins. In a goblin stream. Very spooky. Anyway, sorry everybody. We're just proceeding over to this structure over here. And I just need to figure out how best to get there, because sometimes the climbing is a little inexact. Huntering for friendos. Okay. And got sidetracked. Understandable. It happens to the best of us. And a better outcome anyways. That's right, Fizz. We do not attack level 1 goblins here, for they don't have anything, and your sword is a +5 sword, and it will kill them in one hit. And they're not guarding anything important. Like those odds. The odds of what? Not getting anything? No, killing someone in one hit. I mean, you can, but you don't get anything out of it. They're not guarding any treasure or anything. You kill them in one hit for what? Try to kill me in one hit, you'll only get one. If I had a sword meant for use by avians, I'd call it a sword. Nice. You come at the goblin, you best not miss. Alright. Ooh, I don't want to have to climb this again. Time to judge some distances. Does not have a fast travel point. It's very unfortunate. Not using the basics much like you said. And? You gonna go get a snack? No worries, Goblin. I hope you get a delicious snack. When you come back, I will have a surprise for you. A subsistence version of Monster Hunter. Like a kind of like Metal Gear, like you have to grab your weapons as you go. Like as you find them. Because that'd be cool. Is this the wrong building? This sure is the wrong building. Because it's not the one with the billowing smoke, you dummy. That's the easiest indication that someone lives there. Is the fact that there's a friggin' campfire going. You talked about this earlier, in the very first Sable stream, because you're like, oh, why? She has ascended. Hey Corey, good to see you. Abandoned lad that's been overrun, you only get what you find evacuated due to extreme outbreaks. What the fuck is... But you're killing rats and roasting them every day to try and meet your calorie budget. Oh god. What have I done to... What has happened to the collision and... Hello? Okay, I think we're good now. Because monster hunters eat a lot. Every single hunt. Except for the Rise monster hunters that just eat like 3 dongo. Which, as cute as they are, the dongo are a definite downgrade over like grandma chefs, like wonderfully handcrafted stews and fondue. Even if you just ate like a bite of it and then you're like, yep, good to go. But like a Monster Hunter survival sim would maybe be kind of fun, I don't know. Everybody, it's boat time, except I can't figure out how to sell. Hello? No. You can't keep these from me. What is going on? Hello? Hey, take these mushrooms, I guess. I want to buy. There we go. I wish to buy the goods and services. Boyfriend had the same bug. Well, I'm glad that I was able to fix it by selling mushrooms. Bring back the roast beef physics, same. Game doesn't want you to be done with it. Oh no. Don't forget, you're here forever. Let's go buy a couple more parts over in Akria. I'm fast traveling because I don't want to drive in this area anymore. Damn, I'm out of money. Well, so much for buying extra parts. I guess we'll buy the... You know what? Fuck it. Let's buy the salt bike stuff. Why would you endeavor what you can to start up a small settlement? That'd be neat. That would maybe make for a fun Monster Hunter spin-off. Speaking of Monster Hunter spin-off games, I do want to play Stories at some point. Because it seems like very charming. And an interesting take on, an interesting take on, like, how to translate Monster Hunter combat into something like 2D, turn-based. Guy for sale and doesn't buy it? Fairly certain I already own it. Maybe I don't. I thought I owned it already. Yeah, like, I know Lane was playing it, but I don't know how far they got. It's entirely possible I just missed the rest of their streams where they finished the game, but... The only problem with playing RPG games is that they're friggin' long. Maybe I don't have this then. Oh well. There we go. I bought it. For whatever reason, I thought I owned that one. And also because I got the machinist in Akria arrested, I have to go over to Burnt Oak Station. But that's fine. Because that means more travel time to hopefully let the machinist finish their job. Whatever it is that they're doing that requires them to me to come back in several days. Would be, I know, like, it's not in here for maybe stylistic reasons, but on the other hand, it would be really great to just have a button that just lets you pass time. Bold of you to say that there's problems with RPG games. The problem is that streaming them means that, like, you have to dedicate an entire month plus to get through them because they're just very long, and I have, like, already too many video games on this earth that I want to go through. And dedicating that much time to one game starts to be like, I start to think about like, oh, but like all the other games that I want to play, they're just sitting there, not played. It's very hard, but also thank you for the follow. The voice act all the parts that aren't spoken. Yeah. A time of day merchant and a time passing quest and no way to pass time. It's weird. Like, if I were to argue for why they don't ever do that. It would have to be, like, in my opinion, it's like, oh, because you're supposed to go off and, like, explore a little bit and come back later, but that doesn't really work with the time of day puzzles where it's like, I want you to come back at, like, a specific time, because that time is, when the door activates or whatever, and it's like, okay, great, don't lose your bike, but, whoa, but, like, I can't really go anywhere because I have to sit here and, like, wait for that time of day, because I'm not even sure what time of day exactly it is. But yeah, obligation to voice act. Where's your bike? Shit, I forgot the bike. But yeah, like, it's one of those, voice acting all the parts is one of those things where it's like, on the one hand, I probably don't have to do it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about Yakuza, because that's gonna be a real pain, because there's like gonna be a lot of dialogue that's not voiced. But, like, on the other hand, I feel like it makes the streams, like, more engaging, especially if you're doing something like, you know, maybe you've got this on a second monitor or whatever, like, I won't judge. And you can't, like, you can't dedicate your full time to it. It's nice to have, like, the whole audio so you don't miss anything. Remember when the bike turned invisible? The bike turned invisible? I don't remember that. Like, I remember Sable, like, disappearing off the bike all the time. I don't remember the bike itself being turned invisible, but it's entirely possible it happened. This game's a little bit jank, but I love it anyways. Alright, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's beautiful. Boat bike! May, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my goodness. Okay, tons and tons of raids tonight. Let me just type out your name at this point. I'm so bad about this. How was your Genshin stream? I know you played that with a bunch of friends. I hope that went well. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Soroka, the Magpie Treasure Hunting VTuber, and today we are finishing up the last little quests in Sable. Very fun. Oh, that's awesome. Game's art looks real pretty. Oh my goodness. Sable's art looks amazing. We just finished constructing a boat hover bike, which is just our hover bike but with boat parts. And I'm just taking it for a cruise. And the bike, yeah. Welcome back, Goblin. Welcome to the boat bike. But this game is all about exploration and just, like, cutting loose. There's no combat or anything. It's very cool. I very much like this game. And of course, it's like its graphical style, its art style, is heavily inspired by the French comic author Mobius, which very cool. Love it very much. Let's assemble the other bike we just purchased. Which bike thing am I on? That looks right. My UI has disappeared. Oh yeah. Industrial bike. One of my favorite bike in the game now. It's pretty perfect. So yeah, you can customize your bike, you can find parts for it, you can search around for treasure. It's very cool. I really like this game. I definitely recommend everybody give it a try. Industrial bike with the weird things on the side. I'm not really sure what those do. I probably should just read. I'm sure if I, like, look. Nope, they're just heavy wings used by salt farmers. Look at him go. What up, are you flying a bike plane? I'm flying a industrial salt digger, Tiskel. Good to see you. bombed theaters twice. No, not that, not Morbius. The French comic author Mobius, who's very influential. But he did, however, say that it is Mobius time in every single one of his comics. That is very much canon. You can't disprove that. But welcome, Tiskle. We also bought these boat bike parts. They're not very good, but we're driving around in a boat now. Oh dear. Scooty Puff Jr. What do you mean not very good? That boat owns. It's you know what? I can't argue with that. The boat does own. It's like I've stolen like a fair ride or something from like an amusement park. I want to drift off to sleep in the little boat. Same. Just set it to autopilot across the dunes. It can't actually fly. It's like barely, it's barely like off the ground. It's so good. I had to, and the struggle I had to get these parts, because I had to climb up this giant spire that I couldn't just quick travel to. Oh, good lord. We're fine, everybody. The boat's indestructible. This is a mighty sailing vessel. Sailing across the open dune sea. Rubber wood color is sick. I think I got that when I bought the boat parts. I'm not sure. Santa Slave said it was a low-rent pirate. We are basically a low-rent pirate. Oh, God. This is powerful. Let's see if the machinist is done. Hopefully they are by now. I just want my real bike. And the little boat who's gonna doubt your skill. True. Actually, the one thing that this game didn't have that I'm kind of surprised that I hadn't seen, and maybe I just missed it. That's always possible, but any kind of like race against other people. I'm kind of surprised that, like, given all the choice about like all the stats and stuff, that you don't get the opportunity to like race, like participate in like races or time trials or stuff. Are we done yet? Upon seeing me, fear all but leaps with excitement. Sable, I've been waiting for you. I decoded the final inscription. We were right. It was a game, a race, and you completed it exactly as intended. Do you know what that means? I'm really fast. Well, I mean, technically, it's not a measure of speed. It's more about completion. But I'm sure Simoon carried you quickly. It barely registers with me that she used Simoon despite never being introduced. And I don't get a chance to bring it up before she's going on. I did race. You know what? It's true. Game knows better than I do. There's a prize, a real one. Once you complete the race, the pillars reveal the text. Translate the text and you get... bike parts! Incredible ones, older in their design than any I've ever seen, but perfectly elegant. You must try them, Sable. You must! I can fit the parts onto your own bike if you'd like to ride it now. Yes, please. Where do they live? Oh, your Karik ring bike front. Let's get it in white and black, yes. Once again, the UI has disappeared, leading me to paint a bike based on vibes alone. Where am I in? Wow. Oh, that cannot possibly be right. That bike. This bike. Fear shakes her head and shrugs, but it's the nice way. But it's in the nice way. The way you do it's something so grand and so beautifully awe-inspiring that you can't help but feel small and sort of casually useless in its shadow. This bike is wonderful. I tell her I agree and thank her for the opportunity to ride in an ancient race. I also explain that in playing their old game, I felt more connected to the past than I did hearing the drier bits of history. That's great. I mean it. I don't know if I'm just a romantic or something, but I always have such a hard time connecting to the past without connecting to the people. Strange for a machinist, isn't it? I think about it. I suppose it is strange for a machinist somehow, but I find it comforting too. There really is room for all kinds behind the masks. It's cool, but it's no pirate ship. This is true. It's no Bumper Bio Jr., Scooty Puff Sr. Let me at least drive the bike around a little bit before you all clamor for the boat. I want you to keep this bike and bring it into a new era. Let it see how the world changed while it was sleeping. I don't ride myself much nowadays, so it'll be in good hands with you. And I get to be smug around the other machinists, which is all the reward I really need, and also I've fucked up the camera. I reward Fear for her skill and generosity and head off. I thank Fear. Oh. Whoa. Oh, there's no real cool hover mode, but whoa. Whoa. Oh, pretty. That makes cool noises. That's cool, it does. Welcome to Bike. This is Bike 2, the sequel to Bike. Bike was so good, they made a sequel. How much air can it catch? I don't know. The most powerful lipstick tube. It's got like rings around it and everything. It is the most powerful. Oh god. Sorry. All right. Well. I don't know. There's only a couple quests left to do, but they're all the kind of like collectathon quests that ironically I'm just kind of like, don't know about this one, Chief. Mostly when you're just driving on a flat area and hit a tiny invisible seam in the ground. Yeah. Strafe mode? Strafe mode's pretty boring, unfortunately. No, like, cool fold-out wings. Hey, Kat, good to see you. Just in time. We just assembled the most powerful bike. All those, like, little rings that we got from those towers after driving through rings in the ground, we assembled them, and a machinist helped us figure it out. It was all to reward us with a big bike. And Happy New Year, yes. Happy New Year to you, too. I tried to do some more fishing while you were gone, but I'm not very good at catching anything, so I've not progressed that fishing quest one iota, which is unfortunate. So I think we're very quickly learning that I'm not very good at fishing. Oh yeah, this is cool. Fish do not fear her, they don't. Birds fear me, but fish do not. I think I kind of messed up somewhere along the line, when my own kind is fearing me, but fish don't. Anyway, I think that's enough stalling. Bloodborne hat, like, I fear fish, I fear women. Isn't that the truth? Well, let's go and finish off our gliding, I think. We've done enough stalling. Does it turn red? No, it doesn't turn red. Let's go ahead and slap in the boat parts again, because I can't... I've got to give my audience what they want, and they want boat, and... Hell, I agree. It's time for bed. Birds fear me, fish lack robust enough cognitive abilities to truly know fear in my presence. So courage. Oh dear. I think you're onto something here, Tiskull. They keep offering up dope fish as sacrifice instead of like the fish I want. Because I know eventually I'll just get bored of catching dopey fish. Extended front panel of hat. Yeah, you can either go like a really long brim, or you can get like a really tall hat. But it only extends to one side. Oh, like it's cut off on one end? So like the brim only goes out to cover one eye. The Dimatome hat, exactly. Alright. It's time to make our final journey back home. So first of up. Oh, is that the actual wood color? That might actually be the actual wood color. Because that looks like normal. It's time to get dressed for our final ceremony. Lopsided just extends to the left. That's what I thought you meant, yeah. Covering the left end side of your face. What mask do we want to end the game with? What are we feeling? Because, like, the Scrapper mask is very much me. Lizard hat? The lizard hat's the climbing hat. Which, I mean, is also a good choice. Climbing in this game's fun. Machinists, like working on machines, is very cool. Cartography's not bad. I don't think it'd be my first choice. But certainly, like, mapping out everything, very cool. The Entertainer's Mask. I feel like that's what I do on the regular. It's work as an entertainer, so that's also kind of fitting. The Guard Mask, I don't want to be a cop. The Abexi Mask, we're not going back to the way we were. The Sandworm Mask, I don't think so, and the Eye Mask, I don't think so. Like, surprised you'd consider it. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's like I've stolen the headset of an optometrist. When we're discussing your choices still, you do the Shade Mask. I don't know. I could be Batman. I could just be Batman instead of actually having a real job. Considering I never gave it up. Perhaps it's time for Sable to don't feel human anymore. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. Just like Batman, yeah. You know what? Let's see what happens when we become the Batman. It's into like Iron Chef said, we have other choices. We have more choices to talk about, so it's entirely possible that we will have lots of time to discuss this. Let's head to the lobby. Maniacs and goons to punch on the first day. Yeah, it's not exactly Gotham City. There's not exactly a lot of people in Sable's world. But who knows, maybe she'll start taking it out on the random beetles and stuff. Actually, that's a lie, because none of the beetles have done anything wrong except have weird spooky eye designs. Oh, Kat, by the way, this happened like before you came in, but we found somebody who has like this big kind of like greenhouse thing going called the vivarium, and they're capturing all the fish and bugs to put as specimens in there. So that's cool. We could have also gotten a beetle mask as well as a fishing mask, but the beetle mask is kind of spooky because it's the one we've seen the innkeepers wear, where it's just like the like moving parts, and that's a bit too much movement on my mask for me, I say, while wearing the mask with the eyes that go everywhere. You don't have the mask. You know what? That's true. I am a fraud. I'm a beetle fraud. You don't want a live bug on your face? No, not really. It's bad enough when, like, I, like, lie down for bed and then, like, I pull out my phone and suddenly, like, this moth that I didn't know was in my room is like, oh, hey, what's up? Are you reading on your phone? Can I come read too? Do you have games on your phone? And it's like, no, please, don't do this to me. I can't fight you in the darkness like this. Go away. You got lumens on your phone. I don't have any lack of that, for sure. Did I ever go up here? I think there's a lot of places in this, like, initial thing that I never looked at. Just simply because I was like, oh, this is the starter area. So once I've gotten the tasks, I just fuck off and never come back here. Which is a shame, because yeah, there's a chum here. There's a chum here. Moths are cute though, cockroaches on the other hand. Like, moths are cute, like they've got interesting designs and stuff. But I do not appreciate having things fly in my face. And moths do not quite seem to get that, the message there. They just want phone lamp. But I'm using the phone lamp. I wonder what these Abexi eat. I guess just the desert shrubs. Because I mean, I guess like if they're similar to goats, then they are ruminants, so they probably are able to get whatever meager amount of energy is contained within the cellulose. But like, damn, that would be hard. As the Abexi camp draws closer, the imagined threshold between home and gliding is palpable. It reminds me of coming in from a sandstorm, so fierce that the grains have whipped through the air and through your clothes. You peel off the layers of sand-beaten fabric and marvel at the dust on your skin, the bits that managed to get through despite every precaution. And though you feel so grateful to be home, and so comforted by the safety of the indoors, you can't help but smile, nostalgic, as you wash the sand away. What an adventure you had, and it was only for you. Am I ready to choose my mask now? There's no going back if I do. Are we ready? I think we're ready. I think I'm ready. But am I really ready? Definitely ready. Hello everyone! Look at my cool mask! It's got a lot of ear eyes on it. Aww. Hey, Sable. It's strange how children change so much over such a short period. Ilaria has grown, but she'll always be a child to me. Speak to someone else. I did a lot of climbing out there. Oh, how high did you go? Did you touch a cloud? If I had a gliding stone, I would definitely touch a cloud. I revealed that I got the climbing mask, Ilaria seems to vibrate with excitement and jealousy. I can't believe it! You have to choose it. You will choose it, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? That would just be silly. I don't think I'll get a word in here, so I just let Ilaria effusively speak at me for a while, enjoying her passion for something so particular. Being a climber is a pretty solitary existence for the most part, mostly foraging for things that grow in the higher climes, fixing or salvaging from ships in high places. But the sights you see, the places you get to go, it'll be like a continual gliding at times. Will I be comfortable at those heights without the gliding stone? You've grown. Ilaria subconsciously stands a little taller and prouder as I say the words. I can't help but smile remembering all the times adults would say, "Oh, how you've grown," to me as a child. Well, you've not grown at all. I haven't grown, I can just climb way higher now. Zeki hates it, it's great. Not all growth is external. It feels like a hollow, defensive statement, but it's also true. Ilaria doesn't look convinced. Saima will leave for her gliding soon, but at least you'll be back now. I don't have the heart to tell her that I may not stay with the Abaxi. There's still time to decide, so I hold back. Zeki, my child, welcome home. Have you been taking care of yourself? You look rather bony. Are you well? Zeki fusses over me. She would always look for reasons to care for us. That's no good at all. We'll have to fix you up with some of JD's lamb stew. I'm involuntarily salivating at the thought. It's good to be back. Where have you been? After you left, we headed to some older Abexi campsites, places we used before you were born. Going back, it was beautiful. The land flourishes when you leave it for so long. Each place transformed with life and abundant with things to forage since we were last there. Once we leave the Ewer, we will not be coming back for a long time. It needs time to recover from nourishing us. I might choose the entertainer's mask. Oh, an entertainer's mask. I see you were kept busy with young ones on your gliding too. Everybody needs a bit of levity every now and then. It's an important part of life, valued by many. But you know the Abexi are not in a position to accommodate such trifles. Fun and games are just that. If you pick this mask, you'll have to find a richer clan to join. We can't afford it. I hope you think carefully about what mask you choose, Sable. Damn. Oh, Sable, it's so good to have you home. I've just thought about you so much, just imagining all the excitement. Every time we passed a cliffside, I thought, I'll bet Sable's just hovering everywhere. What do you think of the Climber's Mask? I asked Halal what they think of the Climber's Mask. They light up straight away, which I think I should have expected. A brilliant mask. There's a lot of really good masks, obviously, but climbing? If you ask me, the worst part of the gliding's end is losing the perpetual stone. To hover forever, to fear nothing from heights or falls, that is an uncommon freedom, and you have to let it go. To me, climbing is the closest thing one gets to keeping that connection between oneself and the perpetual. Just as the stone does, it banishes fear and risk, lets you explore the world's great vertical spaces with knowledge and fortitude. I think it's a great mask, and probably would have been my choice had I not fallen so much in love with the Abexi. I thank Halal for their thoughts, and again for the stone they gave me so long ago. Have you heard of Ilthor the Fabulist? I asked Halal if they've ever heard of Ilthor the Fabulist. Of course I have. Not much for travel, you know, but not 2 years ago I made a special trip to Acretia just to see her. Why? I tell Halal I met her, out in the desert, and that we spent a whole evening talking about life and poetry. I add that I think I might have inspired some original work. That's amazing! So you think... Sorry, I'm so excited. So you think it's possible that next time I see Ilthor, she might actually read a poem that you inspired? I say yes, that is quite possible. Now that is a gliding. Who cares what mask you chose? You got to hover around the world and you inspired Ilthor the Fabulous to write a new poem. If I were you, I'd put that on my retirement mask because I'd be done. We laugh together, and it feels really, really good. I greet Cizo. How do you do, clan child? Talk about Simoon. How is your companion? I would have been lonely without Simoon. Of course, the desert can be a desolate and sparse place. Traveling with a partner is the only way to keep the mind at peace. What will happen to Simoon now? Well, it's almost time for Saima's gliding. Simoon will likely accompany her across the dunes. I feel a pang of melancholy as I think about losing Simoon. It had to happen one day. Nobody truly owns a bike in the Abexi, but is merely accompanied by one. I am grateful to have at least had that blessing. No, you can't lose your bike. No, the one thing the game always tried to remind me of. And here I am, at the very end of the game, having to give it up. I met a lot of your machinist friends. I tell Cizo that I met a lot of her friends on my travels. I know this, and I hope they were good to you and to Simoon. I tell her they were, and she seems to take a bit of pride in that, which is rare to see in Cizo. Some really great machinists out there. I like them a lot. Do you think I should choose the machinist mask? I ask if Cizo thinks I ought to choose the machinist mask, that I might join her order. She crosses her arms and takes time to think. Some will tell you that the life of machinist is lonely. It isn't, and not only because we are assigned to clans, who so often welcome us into their numbers. No, it's more. It's because we are never truly alone. As you were never truly alone on your gliding. You went with Simoon. I think of the moments where I sat looking at some map, or hiding from some foul weather, or trying to get over a sudden bout of very powerful homesickness, and Simoon gave a little hum that I could feel up through my legs. You have a very special bike, Sable. I nod along with Cizo. As you returned, I sat on the tower and heard Simoon's purr grow to a roar, and in it the traces of those whose work has helped give her shape. She speaks with many voices now, and that resonance. Cizo seems to shiver. It's why we do what we do. So if that appeals, then, I can only recommend it. I thank Cizo for her counsel. So you came back. Saima crosses her arms, a challenge. I tell Saima that I had to come back because when I left, some minuscule little beetle-hunting, part-stealing menace threw a fit about it, and couldn't stop crying because she missed me so much. She nods. Yes, JD took it very hard. I can't help it. I laugh, and I think in doing so I let her win. I tell her I missed her. I missed you too, Sable. I'm very happy you came back. Though I can practically see the pout behind her mask, I'm impressed at how genuine she's able to sound. Even if you don't end up staying long. Are you going to cry if I leave again? I ask Saima if she's going to cry again if I leave. I don't think so, for 2 reasons. She counts them off on her fingers. 1, because it's already happened once, so now I'm used to it. 2, because soon it's going to be my gliding, which means I'm going to stay on forever. So I can just go on my bike and chase you down wherever you go. I tell Saima that she can't stay on her gliding forever, and that she'll have to choose a mask. Then I'll choose the mask of the bounty hunter. I say that isn't a real mask. Yes, it is. I say it's not. She shrugs. Guess you didn't find it. As long as she doesn't lose her bike. Hello, Lumi. Good to see you. Happy birthday, by the way. I think it is officially your birthday at this point. Oh, excuse me. I'm excited for your birthday stream, which is tomorrow for me. Okay, some Sable. Have we decided on an ending? I think so. We're just kind of catching up with everybody before we choose our final mask. I tell her, no, it isn't real, and if it were real, I would have found it. Don't think so. It's really hard to find. That's part of it. To become a hunter, you have to be a hunter. I ready my next response, but choose to hold my tongue, lest I lose what maturity I gained on my gliding. Simon makes a broad gesture that I think is meant to emulate the knocking of an arrow in the bow. Good luck, Sable. Hello, Sable. Is there something I want to discuss with Driss? How's the clan been? I asked Driss how it's been managing the clan while I was gone. Chaotic as ever, which I think you should be pretty happy about. All the bike parts, everyone in the clan could have a bike. This is true. Except there's no individual, there's no, like, the centerpiece of the bike, which I think is the important part. Because we've got, like, the wings, tail, and engine that we keep replacing, but the interior part that we sit on always remains the same. I asked Driss why he thinks I want that for him. Because it means it wasn't you. Well, of course it wasn't. Out of respect, I sought not to tell Driss that it may indeed be him who is at the heart of so much chaos. Indeed, I simply assert that it very clearly wasn't me. Well, you never know. You're still young, and youth usually comes with its share of chaos. Or at least it should. Anyway, you are off the proverbial hook. You got a little boat, you need sail or oars. This is true. How nice for me. I'm thinking about choosing the Scrapper's Mask. I tell Driss I'm considering the Scrapper's Mask and ask what he thinks about that. The Scrapper's Mask? You, really? I tell you, Sable, I wouldn't have pegged you for it, but you've always had quite the imagination, haven't you? More of an inner monologue. Yes, well, I think that's a good trait for a scrapper. You need to be able to see the beauty in the scraps, you know, and that takes a very creative brain. I think a lot of folks see scrappers and think they're just rubbish pickers, you know, but if you can look at something old and dream of something new... How dare you? I love when you voice that. Brings me great joy. Oh, thank you so much, May. And thank you, Fizz. Then I think you've got it, and I'd support you every scrap of the way. I thank Driss for his advice. I'd like to relitigate the sandcutter incident. I asked Driss once and for all if on that fateful day of my gliding, he'd actually forgotten to help with my bike, and if the test ride on the sandcutter was a sly cover-up. Feels like reading a novel almost. It is, it's really nice. He cocks his head. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I tell Driss that he knows very well what I'm talking about, but he shakes his head. No idea. I remember the whole bike thing going very smoothly. Plus, you took that sandcutter out and you didn't get even get a little bit on fire. Great stuff. I accept Driss's response. I suppose even the gliding cannot be the answer to all things. Welcome back. I don't remember the last time I heard Umar speak. Maybe to yell a warning, but never to converse. It takes me a moment to think of something to reply. How have you been? Umar shrugs silently. I think that's all I'm going to get from him on that. Did you miss me? He emits a low grunt and what sounds like a chuckle. I think that means he missed me. Well, that's everybody. Time to talk to Grandma. Being back with the Abexi is more comfortable than I expected. I think I thought the gliding would change every part of me, and that I would come home different. Perhaps more mature, or more jaded, or at least able to grasp more of Driss's jokes or Hilal's poetry. The actual change is more subtle, and it's that, somehow, despite spending so much time discovering the world beyond, I've never felt more like a part of this clan. And it isn't about being Abexi, or which mask I ultimately choose. It's simply that I no longer feel so behind everyone, or like they know some grown-up secret I yearn to understand. I feel embraced, wholly as the person I am. Sable. So, now we've heard your stories, or at least the ones you're happy to tell. That means it's nearly time now. Jaidi's sign is contented. I suspect that she was more concerned with my experience of the gliding than the grand choice at its end. For that, I am grateful. Are you ready to choose? Am I? Maybe I should choose the Abexi mask. I tell Jaidi that after everything, I'm thinking about choosing the Abex mask and staying with the clan. You'd be welcome to stay with us. I know that's a lot of pressure to choose something else, so much that something feels boring to choose the very mask you started with. But all of us were gliders once, and certainly not all of us were Abexi when we started. We are those who walk in hoofsteps and seek our freedom in the desert. We know movement, the flow of migration, the joy of changing skies and shifting sands. We embrace difference and to celebrate connection all at once. I am proud to be Abexi. And you may be too. I thank JD for putting it so nicely. She leans in for a whisper. And if you aren't, you can still come visit. I won't tell. Very talkative friend. Oh my, yeah. Umar seems to be a man of few words, but he takes, well, good care of the Abex, and that's what's important. Oh boy, are we ready to choose? I think we are. Let's do it. I tell JD I'm ready. She nods. I won't keep you, Sable. If you know what you want, then all I desire is to learn what that is, and to celebrate it with you. I'm allowed to be excited too, aren't I? She chuckles. Whenever you're ready, proceed to the temple. I chose Majora's Mask. I mean, to be fair, everybody's like, hey, you should choose the Batman mask with the spooky eyes, and I don't know. Okay, so that nobody has updated dialogue after that. Grandma's very accepting and wholesome. Grandma's so good. She's great. Alright, Simoon, one last ride. Simoon, sweetie, please. Are you stuck on something? One last reminder not to lose the bike. Oh, Simoon's not even moving anymore. Simoon's like, no, fuck it. I know I'm not staying with you. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Simoon's pouting. Aw. It's okay, Simoon. Let's go for one last ride, then. She's Corgi's mask. Corgi mask could be very cute. Poor boat. Poor boat engine means this thing bottoms out every single second. It's got really good handling, though. Alright, Simoon, let's get some big air. Nice. Simoon is our friendship. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh. Say goodbye to the friendship. Time for you to make some new memories with someone else. Time for the camera to freak out a little bit one last time. I don't know. Do we be Batman? Do we entertain people with our goofy jiggly mask? Do we become a scrapper and explore the ruins of the old ships left behind? Or do we become the Shade of Ecria and strike vengeance into the hearts of evildoers? Or do we climb with the climber's mask, which is just a lizard head? That's what it is. Which is strange, actually, thinking about it, because there's no lizards in this game. Like, you think there'd be, like, lizards around. Hey, guys. There's some crows hanging out. I can't decide. I can't decide either. It's difficult. But then again, I'm also kind of curious to know, like, what happens if you choose Batman? Or Worm, but I don't exactly want to be a big Worm cultist. If it's all the same to everybody. Or, I mean, I guess if you choose the whale mask. It's a difficult decision. Everyone else seems to think it was a joke. I mean, the whale mask is really interesting. The one thing I don't really, like, the one thing I don't get... Or shipping for spaceflight, that'd be sick. Yeah, like, my only problem with choosing the whale as, like, a mask is, like, I really don't understand, like, the larger implications behind choosing it. That's really the only thing that's like stopping me from considering it as a valid option. It's like, what does it mean? What did you like doing most in the game? That's difficult. Yeah, less lonely and live with her, I guess. That's true. The mask that spoke to you. I mean, that's obviously the whole point of the thing. It's just like kind of a question of which one is it? Because I guess if I had to guess, I think it would either be down to a scrapper mask, because exploring the little like mini dungeons of the ships were like some of, like some of the really entertaining parts. And I just personally, obviously, think that that's really really cool. Definitely not pick. That's true. Entertainer's mask is also kind of cute because A, it's very cute and you are doing a lot of entertaining. But I think maybe the choice was obvious all along. I think we do have to go treasure hunting by scrapping. Scrapper gaming, yeah. It's time to make our choice. The spaghetti appear. Very Soroka pick. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Oh, you can actually see all the masks that you have. Which, if every single one of those heads is supposed to be populated, then that means there's a lot I missed. Trap is definitely the Soroka route. That's absolutely true. The cartographer's mask and the worm. Oh god, the worm mask. You can choose the worm mask. Okay, so you can't choose the whale mask? Atomic mask on the downside might be a few hundred years late for the job, but on the plus side, I do look really good in it. Still, probably not enough to turn down that whole calling. Should I really choose this mask? No. So what happens if you just decide Batman? Do I want to choose the Shade of Ekram mask? Literally nothing. Okay. Okay, so not all of them are gonna have, like, stuff. We're collecting all the chums? I hope so. Which is only a few. That's true. I think we're missing, like, beetle mask, fishing mask. What other badges didn't I complete? Oh, and the merchant's mask. There's more dialogue. Oh, okay. Here's what I know about the sandworm mask. 1. The last wearer died. 2. I found it in a reeking cave near the body of its maddened creator. 3. It appears to be made out of the flesh of baby worms. Is this the mask I'd like to choose? Let's go over to the Scrapper's mask real quick. Worm King. I don't think I want to be the king of worms. Could I see myself out there finding treasure amid the ruins? I don't know, could I? Before I left on the gliding, there was so much I had never seen. Most of the people I had spent any real time with were Rebexi, like me, and outside of that it was travelers and short visits. Trades or fleeting moments of connection. My mind, before I left, was a blank slate. Now, from disparate moments and fleeting encounters and little friendships made across the sands, there is so much more in there. So many memories and ideas and little creativities, a whole made of pieces. And what is a scrapper but one who can see the worth of every piece and make something from what looks to be at first to be nothing? I want to see the old things and the boring and turn them into inspiration. I want to see the forgotten bits of history and use them to inform a future. I want to sift the sand away and see what lies beneath. I think I want to be a scrapper. Do I read every single one of these? I'm gonna read the Worm King one at least. Do I... Is there more confirmation dialogue for every one of them, or just the ones that don't have much in the way of... I should see what the Shade of a Korea mask. The greatest piece of knowledge I received in my gliding was not from any one person, but from all of them. And it was that there is no nobler task, and indeed nothing more vital in this world, than helping people. Beyond whatever machinations and economies maintain the careful balance and structure of our lives, support and kindness and empathy must be at the core. The Shade of Ekria cuts everything else away. The Shade seeks only to right wrongs and to help those who need it. They seek to change the world for the better by being better. They make a difference, a real and tangible one. And they live outside of everything else. Maz walked that path, and what's more, he did it with grace, until he found a new calling and was forced to put the Shade aside. Perhaps I should pick it up? It's not much for some. Okay. Well, I'll give it a try then for... I want to see what the Worm King... becoming the Worm King is like. Am I sure? No. Do I want to choose the Ibex mask? Would I be happy staying here with the Ibexi? Yes. How could I go anywhere else when all I want is here? The gliding is freedom, and 1,000 little moments with 100 different people. But it is also lonely, and travel is only really as good as the ones you travel with. I want to walk the path of the Ibex, and I want to do it with JD, with Driss, with Halal, and Cizo. And yes, even with Saima. It's easy to get used to a place and stop seeing the joy in it, or to imagine that you've been somehow cast in a life so boring it can't possibly be worth exploring further. But going into the world beyond made me better love the small one I have here. I will not just be Sable, I will be Ibexi, and I will be proud. I think that's what I want. Not yet. Oh, do I want to read all of them? There's no really no wrong choices here, it's just a struggle, absolutely. How much water do I have left? Not much. Alright, let's do it. Let's end them all. Let's read them all. Do I want to choose the cartographer mask? I scaled some incredible heights as a glider, but imagine the thrill of navigating my own balloon. The sheer distances I would travel, the unique perspective I would get, looking down on people gliding through the desert like little beetles on the sand. I'm sure there are many places to map, histories to uncover and notate, ancient cities not yet uncovered by the sands to survey, and unimaginable landscapes still to discover. Despite this, not many people choose to become cartographers. You leave a lot behind when you're high up in the clouds, I suppose. The guard mask gazes out at me, and I remember Elizabeth. Could I be a guard? Elizabeth was dangerous and daring. She never showed me that side of herself, not really, but for all her laughter and brightness, her self-effacing charm, it was obvious that she carried herself with a confidence I can only envy. And I know it was born of her work. I could easily imagine that Elizabeth has given directions and gentle advice to the weary travelers of Akria. I could see her walking children home, helping them to find their caregivers or friends, or tending to a scraped knee. And I knew just by talking to her that she was well versed in speaking with reason and patience, and helping before she hurts. But I also felt her power, and the things that she was willing to do to keep her people safe. To be a guard, a good one must not care for violence nor conflict, but one must know that they are at times necessary to protecting those who need it most. There must be fierceness in the work, and fierceness in the heart. Could I hold these two in balance, half as well as her? And if I can, then is that the path I wish to walk? Should I become a guard? Her poo-poo benevolence. Same thing game, everyone takes the story super seriously, there's obviously no gameplay consequences. Yeah. I mean, the whole game is about, like, going out into the world and, like, discovering who you are, so it only stands to reason that this is a very important choice, even if, obviously, once I close the game down, it doesn't really make any difference at all. Do I want to choose the climber's mask? Can I imagine a life of such great heights? Like the beasts who gave us our name, the Abexi are no strangers to heights, nor to simple climbs. Too often one of us has had to chase a wandering ibex up a cliffside best we could, clinging to little rocks below and calling hopefully after it. But those sorts of climbs are different, and so practical as to be boring. The life of a climber, though, that's so much more. The gliding stone is a temporary gift. It is meant to be a protective shell, to allow gliders to make a few mistakes and have a few accidents as they explore the very first time. But what it also grants us is the ability to climb without fear, and to taste the triumph of a mountain well scaled, and see the world in a new light. The desert is bigger than I could have ever imagined, and while this has always seemed true across the horizon, seeing it stretch out before me from the top of a great cliff was another experience entirely. One that I am not happy to give up with the stone. If I wear the mask of the climber, it is not simply so that I may help in all those tasks that require climbing, though of course I will be happy to make it my duty. Rather, if I chose this mask, it is because the gliding has shown me what my heart desires, and I am ready to do the work that takes to achieve it, without help. I think that's what I want. Have we done the entertainer's mask yet? No, I don't believe we have. Is entertaining for me? For sure. Bringing smiles to people's faces, joy and entertainment. What is life without these things? I could become a bard, or a fabulist, or any kind of performer. The one thing I won't be able to do is stay with the Abexi. Whilst entertainment is crucial for so many, it's not seen as something essential to the way we live. Would they support me if I chose to go this way? Would they be proud? Maybe they prefer a machinist or a guard. Ultimately, I have to choose for me. Is this what I want? Entertain is the VTuber pick, surely. I mean, that also makes sense, right? Like, it is just as much a valid thing. It's just that, obviously, if we choose this, we won't be able to stay with the Abexi, because their life does not allow for clown on the regular. I think we've seen basically everything. God, it's still moving. The worm wiggles. Oh god, it does. A difficult choice. Entertainer or scrapper? It's gotta be scrapper. Entertainer is so close, though. But I think ultimately, it's gotta be about finding that treasure. That's it. I put on the mask of the scrapper and run my hands along its face. I remember the badges it used to be, and look forward to the life I'll make. You chose incorrectly. Well, wrong choice. Game over. This is getting the bad ending. Like, just wait a minute. The cosmic space spaghetti. It wiggles. Goodbye, gliding stone. I'm gonna miss the ability just to peace out. Me adulting now. Sable, no, you don't have the gliding stone anymore! That's a really good game. I really, really enjoyed this. I think just like a wonderful little game about exploring and no combat or anything. It was really wonderful. I really enjoyed this. Oh, well, that was a little awkward end to the music. Felt comfy and relaxing for the most part, yeah. Like apart from when we went into the like the whale or like the goofy beetle thing. The beetles with the eyes are a little spooky, but other than that, this is a really cool game. I really liked it. And I think it was definitely like right up my alley. It's not big enough to last the whole song. No, I guess not. Kind of surprised they didn't like extend out the credits or something. Little awkward, but you know what? That's okay. I had fun with it. So, let's go ahead and quickly let you know what's going on the rest of tonight or this week. What is it? I don't know. I stretched it out with screenshots of locations before the names. Yeah, you'd think something like that. Definitely a little strange that you just that the song just ends that rapidly, because I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that it was stored on an SSD. I think it was just it just ended. So strange. Anyway, so just to let everybody know what is going on the rest of this week. So we have one more stream to get through, and it's not going to be on my channel here. So you're going to have to go over to Luminosity's channel, which I will make sure to retweet tomorrow when it happens. She's also right there in chat. You can go follow her right now. Give her another shout out. I still have her name copied. Yeah. That's me. Why? Yeah. So anyways, you should go follow her because we're going to celebrate her birthday tomorrow. And I think at our regular time, so 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be playing some Jackbox over on stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. So please come in and wish her happy birthday. But are there puppies? I don't know. I certainly think we could draw a puppy or two because I think we're playing TKO. That'll be exciting. But yeah, that's all I have left for you tonight. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And I really appreciate all the raids. I really appreciate everybody sticking around to watch. And I really appreciate everybody joining me on this journey for Sable. It's been very fun. So let's go ahead and see who we can send off to. Let's go ahead and send you off to the Green Dragon, Amalia Solaris. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you over on Luminosity stream tomorrow. And then I will be back with my own streams on Thursday. So thank you, everybody. Take care. Good night.